If I want to find the effects of social media on personal relationships, then what I'm going to do is type in, well, first of all, I want the words, I'm going to use quotation marks because I want the word social media to appear together. Otherwise, if I don't use quotation marks, then those words may appear in very different places in the article, and the search results will still show those. And we don't want that. We want social media to be together. Social media and relationships. And I'm going to put a star at the end of relationship. Actually, I'm going to put a star at the end of relation. This will show any word that begins with the preface, I guess, in this case, relation. So it will show relations, relationship, relationships, and so on if there are more. Okay, so I'm going to press search and see what we come up with here. So that's giving us a whole lot of different types of relationships, right? So customer engagement, a lot of this information is going to be about customers because, yep, I knew it, because of businesses and stuff like that using social media. So we need to narrow it down more up here. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and click scholarly and peer reviewed over on the left-hand side. And I'm going to only show journal articles. Last thing I'm going to do, because social media is a recent development, I need to limit my date range. So I'm going to do within the past 5 years. So I'm going to do 2015 to 2020. Okay. So this is a little bit different. We already have some different results. Adolescent peer relations. So it's depending on what you want to find here. This one's about healthcare. Obviously, that is not what we want to find. What we can do to limit our results is we can type another boolean operator, not customers, actually, and let's put this in parentheses. So think of this like a math equation. So we want social media and relation, not customer, okay? Social media and body dissatisfaction. So we're getting families and social media use. We're getting way more results from this. Maybe how social media affects communication within relationships. Maybe we want to find that specifically. So I will go up here and look up communication. And we might want to find relationship to relation if we can. If not, we could likely find sources that just talk about social media and communication and then kind of relate those to relationships ourselves. So let me just search this and see if we can find this. Okay, this is a good one. Families and social media use. The role of parents' perceptions about social media impact on family systems and the relationship between family collective efficacy and open communication. Exactly what we want, right? This is about communication, social media's impact on communication within relationships. You'll have to actually read the abstract to view the abstract before actually clicking on the article. You can just hover over the preview. If it has an abstract, it will be listed here. Please keep in mind that not all abstracts are great. Sometimes they're computer generated, so you may need to read more of the article to find more information. So these have abstracts, but if you need more information than what the abstract is actually giving you, then you should look in the results section. Most abstracts don't have results listed within the abstract this clearly and detailed. And so what you'll want to do is actually, this is where the paper starts. So you'll want to scroll down to the results section. Scan through the results. That just lists the results. It doesn't give you any analysis of the results at all. And so what you can do to figure out a better summary of this article is scroll down to the discussion section. Hopefully there is one. So what the discussion section does in a paper written like this, an actual like lab report style paper, is it determines or it interprets the results. Okay, and so this is where you're going to find your conclusions. What conclusions did these authors draw about this topic and about the rest of their study? Okay, yeah, so that's just a tip for sources like this. Not all of your sources will be like that. Okay, so this one's not a study. And the way you'll find the kind of general thesis statement of the source and the overall claim and argument that you need is likely going to be in the introduction. Okay, so thoroughly read the introduction, and it should have a thesis statement in there. If it does not, then you'll need to scroll down to the conclusion of the article and find their overall conclusions about what it is they wrote about in there. Okay, obviously you want to read the entire article, especially to determine if it will be helpful for you. But if you're wanting an easy way to explain or summarize the thesis statement or summarize the overall point of the article, then that's how you do it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is how you use the Boolean operators. Please do not forget to look at that handout, which will be located in the extra handouts folder in Module 2 on Blackboard. If you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to email me.